I heard about this guy named Brink who's doing an amazing job at Comcast. I'm not sure exactly which award you recently won, but congratulations. Again, congrats, and keep up the good work. Love you.
What's happening, everybody? Of course, it's your host, Brink Young, and you're tuning in to the most award-winning talk show in Memphis, Atlanta, and Mobile, Alabama. Of course, all 11 trophies are in the background. Of course, I just won another one. You know what I'm talking about. I did say most award-winning. I'm talking about BrinkTV. Now, it is a special reason why I got this C on my jacket, and it ain't game-related. I'm talking about because I'm the team captain of Memphis Media. We talking about Brink Morant.
Yes, sir.
Grizzly style.
Yes, sir.
BrinkTV. Enough about all of that. You know I got to do my intro, man. We got a familiar face kicking it with us on the white couch. One more again.
You already know it.
We're talking about my guy, True Esco. What's happening with you, man?
Hey, what's happening with you, man?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful. First, I got to say thanks for coming back on the show. It means a lot to have you back kicking it with us, man.
Most deaf, man. I always got to come through and show love to you, man. You've been showing love to me too long, man. I had to do it.
Now, you know I got to say, you just dropped a hot tape. We talk about a hot banger. We talking about Far From Nothing. Now, when I first listened to this, man, like, it put me in the mind of when Jay-Z dropped that 444.
Wow.
You know, and I'm going to be honest, man, you know, of course, I'm getting older. You know, we all getting older. And our taste in music begins to, I guess you could say, transition. You know, I have my crunk moments, but a lot of times I want that smooth ride music.
Oh, yeah.
And you definitely deliver with this project.
Oh,
I got to say that, man. You know, and I'm not capping for camera. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. You know, my fingers ain't crossing and I'm not capping for camera, but like I say, you definitely delivered like this melodic, you know, it's almost like, to me, it's like, you know, a younger Dunn trip. You know what I'm saying? I like that. So let's talk about, like, what space were you in when you recorded this project, man? Because it's a lot of emotions. Like, it takes you all over the place. What space were you in?
Yeah, just different spaces, different creativity moments where, you know what I'm saying, I just felt like I had to get off my chest things I was going through, things that kind of broke me down in ways I had to build myself back up. You know, kind of like self-motivating myself to be able to even come up with things to talk about, because, you know, sometimes as an artist you can get a little, I guess, stale and dull and lack inspiration or whatever. So I think the things that I went through during those times really helped me in my creative, you know, processing space.
Now, I gotta ask you, man, like, did you ever feel any type of reservation? Like, were you ever standing at the edge, like, should I talk personal? Should I get this deep? Should I talk about things like this? Because, I mean, you really poured your heart on the track. Like, literally, like, you really, like, you took a steak knife, cut the mug out, and just, here y'all go, here, eat it, you know, take it, you know. So did you have any reservation to do that first?
Kinda. You know, I kind of do every time, because I'm like, man, I don't want to put too much out there without kind of, because, you know, maybe everybody might not understand it.
Yeah.
Or, you know, sometimes I might create something, I might not even put it out. I might just create it just to get it, you know, out of me or whatever.
Right.
But in the process of making this, I was like, you know, no holds bar. I just, you know, let it flow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And another thing, you know, I like a few, you know, of course I like the whole project, but it's a few songs on there that I can really relate to, like Reflect. You know, sometimes I reflect. As soon as I heard that bar, I was like, me too, you know. And it's important that you make music that's relatable.
Absolutely.
But highs and lows, man. Highs and lows, like, life is full of them. And like, to me, you delivered something that can get me through whatever I'm going through right now. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, for me, I don't really get personal as far as, you know, I just do interviews. You know what I'm saying? I do television. I might throw a little something on social media just like other people do. You know, we're all human. But it's like, I have no ventilation, so music, that's how I vent. That's how I can kind of release. And I'm thankful that you was able to do that. So let's talk about the title, Far From Nothing. Like, where does that come from?
Man, I actually been holding on to the title for a while now. I had different plans for it originally, but after a while, the more I created songs for this particular project, I was like, you know what, this fits the theme of their title, Far From Nothing. And Far From Nothing just basically being like, you know, we go through those moments and those trials and tribulations, periods of our lives, you know, but how we come out of those, we either gonna come out of it victorious, or, you know, we're gonna come out of it kind of still slumped down and everything like that. So overcoming those things, overcoming those obstacles, you know, I felt like put me in the mindset of thinking to myself, like, you know what, I'm far from nothing. I may not be where I want to be yet, but at least I'm far from where I was. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it came from.
And I guarantee you guys, if you actually check out this project, of course it's available on Apple Music, all streaming platforms, but if you check it out, if you're going through something, or if you're just in need of a little motivation, I guarantee you that this project is going to take you from at least A to B. Like, it definitely took me there. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about production and features on here, man. Who you got?
Right. So this time around, I worked with, you know, different various producers or whatever. I met a lot of them. Well, actually, all of them. I met them all off of like Instagram, and, you know, things of that nature, and just building a relationship with them over time. Like the intro, Far From Nothing intro, highs and lows. That's a 21-year-old kid out of New Jersey.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That's how he producing. That's how he coming.
Man, how is he so soulful at such a young age? Like, he in his bag, like, for real. Like, how?
Right.
Yeah.
I have no clue, man.
What you say his name was again?
Rohan.
Yeah. Shout out to you, man.
Man.
You got them chops on me.
Yeah, Rohan Kumar, man. Him, man, Lucas Quinn did the outro for On My Way. Dilly got it bumping. I used him for Feel It In My Soul and Do You Feel Me, things of that nature. So yeah, just different producers, man, that help me really bring out my best, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm really a soulful kind of artist. You know, I like to dig deep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I need those tracks to pull it out of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
one thing about you, man, I don't really consider you like a backpack artist. You know, of course, that's, to me, that's a genre, you know, but I don't consider you a backpack artist. I consider you more like you know, you make pick your head up music. You make, you know, life music, you know, real pain music, you know, and I think it's important. Cause like I say, you know, it's all about being relatable in the music. One thing you mentioned, you know, with this climate going on, you know, how has it been for you, like, recording this project? Because of course, you know, the elephant in the room, COVID, you know, the pandemic, all of that. Like, how has it been for you to the whole recording process as far as everything? Like, what's it been like for you?
Yeah, man, I had dropped a single last Labor Day or something like that called Freedom of Speech. And but prior to that, about August or whatnot, I made up a decision in my mind that I wanted to, you know, buy all my equipment to build up my own home studio and things of that nature. And not to, you know, no knock to anybody, because I still got one of the best engineers out there, you know what I'm saying? But with COVID going on and my work schedule and things of that nature, man, it just got real hard to get to the studio. So I was like, man, I gotta figure out a way to make this music. I gotta figure out a way how to create this music. And most of it was created at like 3-4 in the morning on the weekend. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to get to the studio, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So that's why I said, man, I'm gonna just make it my mission to get my stuff, get my equipment back, build my studio up, learn the mixing and, you know, mixing process and everything like that, and give it a shot. So, man,
that was a hell of a shot. We talking about a bank shot. My guy's going all the way to the bank with it. Now let's talk about what singles that you thinking about running with.
Feel It In My Soul, man. Do You Feel Me with Dejan and Young Titan on it. Shout out to the homies. And So Many Nights. You know, I feel like those three, and I mean, it could be some more, but I feel like those three in particular really can resonate with the people the most, you know. So
I think it's incredible, you know. Shout out to the homie Dejan. You know, you guys, of course, were in the group South Block, you know, way long time ago. I think it's incredible that you guys are still working with each other and still, you know, cool and all of that, because I mean, we're talking about 10-11 years. So much can change, you know. And I think that it's incredible that you're still, you know, making these projects happen, you know, at this stage in the game. So let's talk, man, family, fatherhood, man. Any updates? We go put more buns in the oven. What we doing, homie? Talk to me.
Probably no more buns.
No more buns. All right.
The one I got.
Okay.
She woo. Yeah. But No, I love the fam, man. I love the family.
Okay.
You know, let me put it like that. And so they really keep me going.
Mm-hmm.
As far as any changes, and just working harder, working more.
Yeah.
You know, being able to provide is always been a joy of mine. You know what I'm saying, as a father and a husband or whatnot. And so, you know, I just been sticking to that, man. I keep my head down low and do what I got to do for them, you know, and make it work.
What advice would you have for like other artists that may be, you know, married or, you know, have families, man? Because it seems like you're able to do it, you know, from the outside looking in, it do look effortlessly, you know, but I know you got the jewels and the advice and the wisdom. Give it to them, man.
Man, you just, you know, you have to make time for everything. It's all about balance. Life is about balance, but definitely when it comes to being a family man, father, husband, and you're trying to pursue music at a later age like I am, you know what I'm saying, it's all about balance. You know, you never want to take away any time, too much time from them, because that's where the neglect comes in and issues and problems or whatever. But then you also want to make sure you make enough time for your craft, because you want to continue to build on those skills and everything like that. You don't want to hamper those down or mess those up to where you can't, you know, produce and create. So yeah, it's all about balance.
Now there's one thing that I like about you, man. Like, you've always provided wisdom, you know. Like, let's talk about some of the changes in 19-year-old you know, when I first met you to now, like some of the subject matter. What are you talking about in your music that you may have not been talking about back then?
Being more personable, talking about family stuff, or talking about my highs and lows and my shortcomings, and, you know, the things that have could be embarrassing for others. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind talking about it now. Back then it was more so of like, what can I do to get hot?
Yeah.
What can I do to just be out in front of people and you know, be popular and all those things like that? But now it's like I don't have any concern with being popular. I'm just trying to make the best, you know, overall music and quality for people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's been the difference.
One thing we talked about off camera, man, we was talking about you said you guys opened up for Yo Gotti. Mm-hmm. You guys sold out. You said the Hard Rock, right? You know, like things like that coming from all of that. Like, what aspirations do you have for the future? Because it's like you've already tasted it. You know what I'm saying? So like, what would be the another step or another level of the plateau for you?
For me, man, be honest with you, when everything opens back up, selling out like a House of Blues, or you know what I'm saying, doing those Today shows or anything like that to get in front of a broader audience, you know what I'm saying, to introduce my music to, because, you know, I feel like it can relate to, you know, all walks of life.
What I like to see, man, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but I think that's like NPR. They do the thing called the Tiny Desk Concert, where you like in a little, you know, I can see something like that with you, man, or maybe like an unplugged. You know what I mean?
I like those too.
I gotta see that, brother. I gotta make it happen for me, man. Make it happen for me. So let's go ahead and talk about, because the project is available also on your website, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so people can actually purchase it from there. In addition to that, they can also get the merch, guys. Because he's got a T-shirt on right now. I don't know if you can see it. Show it to the people.
No. Hold on. I got you.
What's that? See, that's what I'm talking about. He came bearing gifts. He brought me, so that's for me. I hope it's extra large, because that's what size I wear.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. So it says Far From Nothing. You know, hey, you too can display and show that you are far from nothing if you go to, what's the website?
ForeverTrueMusic.com. You spell it all the way through. FOREVERTRUE music.com. All right.
Yes, sir. We can do that. Like I say, and of course, I will be wearing this on an upcoming episode of the Brink TV show. This is what I do. You know, this is what we do. And you know, it's funny, man. With this title, you know, when I first saw it, initially I thought about Spider-Man, you know, Far From Home, and I was like, this guy is like the young Spider-Man. You like Miles Morales around here, you know. All right, so let's go ahead and get into any shout outs, anything before we get out of here.
Shout out to all the homies on the tape, well, EP, man, that Show Love came through. Show Love did they thing. Dejan, Young Titan, Alizai. Thank y'all, man. All the producers on that joint, man, and thank you to everybody that's supporting it, has bought a copy of it, or, you know, went on my website, purchased a copy of it, bought a shirt, things of that nature, and continues to support me by sharing things online and the stories and all that stuff like that. I appreciate all y'all, man.
All right, run that social media for the people, man.
For my Instagram, it's going to be Instagram true.esco. My Twitter's true_esco. And on Facebook, you can just put True Esco together, TRUESCO, and then
And one of the biggest changes from the last time you was on this show, we actually have 2 cameras. So now I need for you to look into that camera right there.
Yeah.
That camera right there, that's your camera.
Yeah.
I need for you to look into that camera and tell the people why they should check out Far From Nothing, why they should stream it, buy it, go to the website and get the merchandise. Go.
Check it out, man, because we all come from something. We all have came from a place of low points in our lives, even high points in our lives. You know what I'm saying? But I always relate my music back to just being true to yourself, self-motivating. You know what I'm saying? I want my people, my listeners, to be able to understand, like, we can do what people think we can't do. You have some doubters, you got some haters and everything like that. We can overcome obstacles. We can do what they think we can't do. So, I mean, it's just coming far from nothing, man. You start from somewhere, start at some point, and you get into somewhere. You aiming to get somewhere, man. Far from nothing.
Like I say, this guy is about to be a music mentor.
Yeah.
He keep dropping jewels on you. He keep dropping wisdom on you. And it's all coming from a very good place. He's got the experience. You know what I'm saying? We got a veteran over here, and he's still performing at high levels. Like I said, this is a young done trip. And that's coming from Brink. I got to say,
that's heavy.
Thanks for coming on the show. And with that being said, now back to more Brink TV. What's happening, everybody? I'm Brink Young, host of the most award-winning talk show in Memphis, Brink TV. And yes, these are my trophies, and no, I didn't buy them from a pawn shop. Now, I got a few questions for you guys. What are you doing to stand out? What are you doing to sell yourself? And where are you telling your story? You see, these 3 things are very important if you're a rapper, singer, actor, or if you have your own business. I mean, we all know it's much more to promoting yourself than just posting on Facebook and Instagram. I mean, you gotta feed your fan base and supporters something, and that's where I come in at. You see, the Brink TV show airs on Comcast in Memphis, Atlanta, and Mobile, Alabama. We also have live stream available, and of course, we post our interviews to YouTube. So, if you're a rapper, singer, actress, actor, or entrepreneur, come tell your story with us.